Well, the first best of one for today is already done and dusted. It's time to get into the second one, and we are not holding any bars here, Jim, unless you look at the ones that are on this map. They're everywhere. We're on Inferno. There was a knife round. Rooster on the T side. BNK on the CT side. Let's see if we can have a switch up from the scoreline of the previous map.
Yeah, let's rock and roll. Head on to Inferno. You either love it or you loathe it. And I think a lot of people right now loathe Inferno. That's
I loathe it.
It just feels claustrophobic, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always on the decision that we should be rotating maps every few months to keep everyone in check and practicing and what have you. But yeah, I understand the need for the classics. I don't really think Inferno is a good classic, but that's...
Look, man, Dust 2 died for this, so
yeah.
we just kind of roll with it. But aggression already into Banana. Both these two teams really just trying to hold...
But you say hold
their own, yeah. Like everyone was just holding for position in Banana. As soon as Rooster give that up, Hazard just pops in for a chat and a cup of tea into Carpets, and this is a layer of flashes that do absolutely nothing to this A site defense.
Yeah.
BK straight into the thick of it.
Kind of nothing from Rooster, all things considered in that round as well. Not a single kill, not really any impact. A little bit of damage on towards damyo from Nedic, but apart from that, that's kind of all she wrote. Very, very simple pistol round. Gets shut down with some nice shots from BNK. I think the one that Hazard got falling off the apartments might have been a little bit of luck toward it. Who knows, maybe he got the shot just before he started to fall off. Regardless, pistol round to BNK. Let's see if Rooster's force up is going to be able to equalize. We've already seen that once tonight. I've always liked the deep mid smoke as well. You know, it makes sure that Rooster have some eyes over through second mid, looking up towards window, looking to scale up with their own utilities for themselves as well. There's a lot of space that BNK can find, especially when in combination with the bottom of Banana smoke too. But the cost of those, Jim, you're not really left with a lot of utility for a minute 20 now.
Yeah, it's always about ROI, isn't it? Like, do you keep that smoke? Is it more valuable to you in the late round? Or is it more valuable to you in training your opposition into slower gameplay and looking out for pushes earlier on in the piece?
I always... yeah, look towards the conditioning that you can do. You know, when you're throwing the standard set of smokes time and time again, you know, the time that you change them, or you can blow them open, like, you know, with your HE grenade, you can just dance behind them together as a team. There's so many different options when you look towards the conditioning factor. 30 seconds to go, though. And there's still a couple of these smokes for Rooster. Not a single flash, so they're going to have to try and just find some great timing on the back of this utility, creeping up towards the A site. Now 20 seconds to go.
Yep, that
oh,
smoke.
Walked into that dry.
Doing its job. Nedic now kind of just watches all his teammates die a little bit, doesn't he?
Yep. So the force up doesn't work for Rooster.
I know he's got an AK, but they're not really going to have too much time to pursue it. Yeah, it didn't really work for Rooster, did they? They had no real utility left, and a considerable amount of time had been eaten up. As you said, like, you know, that smoke chews up a bit of time. They have to rat out all the foxholes, dot their I's, cross their T's, and by the time they get into, you know, decision making about which site they're going to hit, they have a very limited timer and limited utility as well. So
yeah,
I would say that the smoke usage in the earlier stages of the half certainly has its benefits. A wave of carpet bombs make their way through Banana, and already, I mean, Rooster's kind of sitting stubbornly at the bottom of it, aren't they?
Yeah. Something to talk about while we just got this round here, and Nedic's on pretty much no HP as well, is the fact that this map is Inferno, and the previous map was the choice between Inferno and Nuke that BNK removed Inferno.
Look,
I thought it was Rooster that moved Inferno.
I'll be honest with you, it kind of breaks up the monotony of the matches between these two guys, because Vertigo and Anubis between these two teams is kind of like the staple for ages. Inferno's been, you know, thrown in there from time to time, So this is more neutral territory, I'd say, than, you know, than Nuke was, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But we'll see. This goes. It already feels as though B&K have got the upper hand.
Well, we'll see in this round because there's 2 AKs now in the possession of Rooster, though they didn't have anything to extinguish the flame. If it had gone down onto the floor, doesn't really matter though when they are just made mincemeat of. Good shot out from Hazard. It's just Kinetic. See if he can clutch out this 1 versus 2. There's 30 seconds, but no HP and no round as B&K managed to find it.
Yeah. Surprised Hazard went for the repeat there, but gets the job done anyway. So B&K, they take a few losses in that round, but the repurchases will come through. The money's not terrible, but it's not great. Rooster will recognise that opportunity here, and haven't really had a lot of success finding the frags that they did on Nuke. That's for sure. That was one key difference between the two teams, was the output of all players on Rooster. So far on this map, hasn't really come to fruition yet for Rooster.
AWP has been heard. The PZ shooting top mid and immediate rotation towards the B side of things. Again, you know, these standard set of smokes down the bottom of Banana just to waste a lot of time off that clock for Rooster before they decide when they want to go, when they want to start things.
And Brace, I think, has just been in rotation simulator. Sarah hasn't seen anything. Hasn't done much. He's just thrown a bit of utility, rotated between sites, stayed alive. If he'd be called into action on this round, he's rotated back towards that A site.
Yeah, thought that nade might have done a little bit more, to be honest with you, but now that there's a bit of a bladed crossfire, PZ's going to think ill of that. Hold the AWP on the back of B side. Just the 1-to-1 trade as Brace creeps up with the MP9. They're not going to expect a second member to already be up through the apartments at the moment. Addict not going to reveal himself too early, but he will get the kill in the end to equalize us up once again.
Yeah, that's the info though, and that shores up Hazard remains towards that B site. He was rotating. He's a little deep now, but two in sight.
Those can't get extinguished either. You have to respect that as Rooster, and that's going to just bring the rotations to start to come over. The seconds to establish the plant. PZ already on for 1. Now Hazard can start to come on out. Make it just PZ for a double. Doesn't matter if he gets the 3rd at the moment. Then he will trade that, but there's no time for a plant. Bomb's down. He has to get out of there to take the AK into the next round yet again. This is looking like a different B&K to what we saw on Nuke earlier.
Yeah. It's safe to say the Kangaroo part is activated. They're bouncing back. Whereas before, just a little bit of bad news on Nuke. So Rooster now are the ones that have got to come up with some answers. I feel as though they've been timed a little bit on these rounds. They are quite stretched. B&K are making them use the entire round timer to try and get into these sites. And by the time they get in, they're quite exhausted with the utility that they've got. So, yeah, the game plan kind of working for B&K here at the moment. Bit of a change up here, early territory taken from Rooster. But the regression from B&K could be problematic.
Yeah, we'll see if Nedic can get topped up with a flash or something. But if Damio's just going to overlook the corner, he'll take that any day of the week.
Freebie.
Race going to ask for a bit of assistance, though not hearing any stampeding up through Banana means that B&K have a pretty good idea that things are actually just settled down, and Rooster are waiting to see any renegotiation attempts from B&K.
Certainly going to be the case that they're going to have to find something to work with in this round. Hit B&K. Hazard. Info is going to be teeming from his headset momentarily. Protected from the molly spread there, Addict.
Yeah, bit of a crossfire as well with Hazard. Not being able to be found out just yet by Rooster. No flash to assist the peek through top mid either, and that's a little bit worrisome. Hazard for a double. Addict started off the party, and now it's looking like Nedic and Chelios are just in a different postcode apiece. Bomb dropped. Nedic again, the last remaining player for Rooster on the save situation. Even really doing damage at this point. Looks to be a little bit too difficult.
Yeah, bridge too far, I would say. But very separated there. I mean, Nedic was trying to play with the rotations, right? Like, if he gets something there, he opens up B, he can create a question mark moment for B and K on those rotations. But didn't get anything. It was well shut down. You had 3 CTs sitting in pillars there. You had brace and support at trash, and 2 players holding down the fort with that crossfire in pillars. So it's always going to be tough to break. They were happy to leave, carpet as well and try and deal with that. That was the risk that they took, and it pays off for them. And they extend their lead now with Rooster. No bomb plant, no bueno, no cash. They are a little stuck for options.
Well, now you're stuck between a Molotov and a smoke grenade. You probably just want to retreat out of this one. Again, nothing that you can do can stop BNK from finding themselves 20 seconds of spare time in these rounds. But what do you actually feel like you can do as Rooster? Again, on a worrisome purchase, just some upgraded pistols to back a couple of rifles. Definitely, if you go on top mid, want to see something like a flash, try and get them out. Although the flash, you'd argue you want over for the waterfall effect out, and that's exactly what's going to happen in towards the upper A side. PZ can actually be put in a bit of a problematic position with an AWP, but his teammates are getting the kills. It's not even phasing B&K at the moment in this round. You think there's a gap to be exploited, and there absolutely is not. Damage delivered for sure, yeah, but you still need to try and get the bomb. That's being protected by PZ.
PZ's in a bit of a pickle. That smoke's going to protect him for long enough that the rotation comes through. They clear out Boiler, and Nedic leaves TJP, 7 HP, AK, Green, and the off angle from Damyo catches him. I do like the change with that, balcony.
Yeah.
I guess guardrail being removed. Sure, it's not up to code. It's not. It's not safe.
Doesn't meet safety measures.
Don't leave your kids unattended on the balcony. But in the case of a quick, push into the A site, it makes things problematic for the CTs.
Yeah.
Rooster just didn't have anything really to unsettle B&K. And to be honest with you, B&K have really settled into a rhythm on this map so far, and they're looking very, very hard to shift out of that pattern.
Yeah, just needed a whole map to warm up.
It happens.
It does happen, that's right.
Unfortunately for them, it's not a best of 3.
Yeah, that's true. Nedic's quite low, though. 23 HP. Still yet to see a couple of these players in the Rooster side even find any damage in this map. Is this going to be the round that changes? Change of position as well for BNK, actually. This time brace up on top of quad. We'll see, Jim, if it's going to happen. If that patio provides a little bit of good assurance for BNK. Yeah, we've seen a bit of crossfires from them at the top of the A site. Bit of utility dumping down towards Banana. This time you got an AWP just going to be locked into that location.
Yeah, PZ just looking around the edges. It's not going to get caught off. Layering them. There it is. But it's just a little too shallow. TJP catches Damyo. It's the same crossfire that they've dismantled before. They've got a little bit more room and time to work with now, though. But no utility here. So this is it for Rooster.
And they found ASAP over at the A side of things as well. So 30 seconds to go. It's all eggs in the basket of B right now. Danger onto PZ. And this is a bomb plant that can finally go down for Rooster. So no utility to try and hold things at bay. B&K. HE grenade. 2 incendiaries and a couple of flashes. They'll set themselves up for a retake. Or maybe they'll think better of it, actually.
No, the money's not great.
Yeah.
Like, it's good, but it's not great. Hazard will be rethinking it. Addict, if he has to repurchase, not great. So they play the smart game and let Rooster have this round, but a rare miss from PZ really opened things up for Rooster on that side. He got caught in the open. You miss your shot as a Norper. I swear in CS2, it's like you just can become stuck in the mud, right? Like, he was caught between triple at the back of sight. Missed that shot, you're pretty much done. And that's exactly what happened. That's a match needed round for Rooster. They're going to need to start to string more together, though.
Definitely. Of course, we saw on Nuke a 6-6 tied scoreline. And then on the exchange of the halves, Rooster took it from there to win 13-6. We didn't see a single, what was it, defensive sided round at that point from BNK.
No. And look, the smart call there from BNK was to save. You know, like they'd minimise their loss bonus. And the repurchases were going to be a little costly. And Rooster, on the other hand, you know, they'd been rolling with max loss bonus for a bit. And the win is only going to strengthen them.
Yeah. Now, it's really good to see that we've got a much more structured CT side just to keep Rooster at bay on Inferno here, as opposed to what Nuke was. But I will also say for Rooster, we've finally seen a round on the board, and we've seen PZ get a trade for now. They split, though, in the forces still for BNK, just playing a little bit more passive. Yeah, you got damyo pushed up through Banana. You'd expect a clearing of this location. Good flash in, and that's a hit medic too. Ah, you hate to see that one.
Trade's good, but a lot of damage done by damyo on that bink to TJP. I don't think damyo, unless he had the sound cue for that bink, might not even know about it. So they kind of did stasis here at the moment. Very deep into the site. PZ is watching Boiler, so...
Oh, he's going for it, and he's going to not even get a chance for a shot. Chelios for that one. Do they expect another player here in the pit? Hazza
yeah, they do.
Just peeks before the Molotov. He'll look for another kill. The flashbang worked out, but it doesn't really matter in those trades to come through. Brace is creeping up, and I don't think TJP or anyone on Rooster was expecting this one. TJP! How has he done that one? 11 HP. It doesn't phase him. Brace. That's a little bit unfortunate there.
That is...
Nearly got utility.
Yeah, nearly got caught with his pants down. I'm surprised that the aggression didn't actually come from the CT immediately. Well, that's a good round for Rooster to win, because you can see already the pressure, right? Like, you had CTs rolling. They were winning rounds, but reducing their loss bonus. You had Rooster. The economy was giving them the Mario Kart style mechanic of the ability to just come back, and BNK now have got to try and make things like TJP's on control now.
Yeah.
Not expecting the third immediately, but...
Ooh. Would you expect Hazard to re-aggress when you've just lost a couple of teammates down the top of Banana? I don't think the answer would be yes, but it doesn't really matter when Nedic has Chelios just as the insurance policy. Now it's a two-player advantage for Rooster. They'll settle down. They don't exactly know where PZ and Addict are, though they more often than not have been towards this alpha site. So we'll see if Rooster do want to take the challenge, or if they see any utility come their way, they just decide to go B.
Yeah, Hazard committed to that frag wholeheartedly. It was a poison chalice in the end.
The third option, get the kills.
Yeah, there's always that. I think people just forget that fundamentally in strategy. It's all around the bomb plant. Secure the site, but what about getting all the kills?
Yeah. Well, we've seen 3 on the trot for Rooster. Finally getting something situated over on this map. Slow start. But they do reset BNK actually down to an eco round at the moment. Just the pistols, couple of HEs. Could see a nice stack down Banana. See some sent in the other way as well. There you go, Nedic down to half HP. They'll put him in the firing line of these pistols to finish him off.
That's a good return on a single HE, that's for sure. Big stack into this site for BNK. I mean, the double boost on the archway, it looks fun, but could be undone quite easily. I'm pretty sure Viridian's got a nerdy smoke. Looking to cater to that.
Yeah, probably lands just on the roof and waterfalls down somewhere.
Yep, exactly it.
Or, you know, the old faithful, a double HE grenade stack to anyone that would be there. Although, to be fair, I haven't seen it in quite a while.
Choose the old console command. Suddenly, everything's gravy.
Too soon.
Never too soon. Let's just say Rooster, we've got to... Well, look, to be honest, they're a little suspect. Things are a little bit too quiet, right? Like, it's time to regroup as a 5-stack and just hit his side. Like,
I mean, they saw the HE grenades earlier on. They've seen no aggression behind them. Chances are, you know, you flip that coin, your 50-50 is more lent towards the B site. It's like 60-40, 70-30. Now, you're rewarded. You don't see anyone today. You get the plant.
That's a miss smoke, but, you know. T strong together on the anti-eco. Kind of rough, though, for B&K, right? Like, you're 6-0 up.
Yeah.
You lose 3 in a row. All you've done is reduce your loss bonus, and suddenly you're full eco in a half of MR12. Kind of stinks.
Yeah, it does. It does. See if these USPs are going to find anything. Finding one is not really all that sensational. 4 alive for Rooster at the end. So they've recovered themselves here. You definitely would say 4 on the T side. You're looking to beat B&K on this buy, and you could be, you know, having an argument that, yeah, they're going to find 6 apiece.
Yeah, they're on their way. Certainly are on their way. I mean, if Rooster do take this round, the economy from B&K isn't going to be fantastic either, because even at like max loss bonus, right, you don't have all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
In a full rebuy. Like, and the money has been almost entirely drained out of B&K's coffers. So we'll see what happens here, as we do have just the default spread from Rooster coming out. Territory taken. Aggression here in carpets. They put a big price on maintaining carpets control, haven't they, B&K? They've been playing 2 in for quite some time. So how do you get out of that?
That looks a little bit awkward from ASAP, and the Flames will keep him at bay as well. Meanwhile, Nedic finds danger, so things are coming up nice for B&K in this one. Even an attempt up through Banana from Nedic has kind of been shut down with a smoke grenade. So that really is just going to throw in a spanner into the works for Rooster. You do not like loose nuts and bolts, Jim.
No, got to keep him tightened. And for that, you've got to apply some pressure. So we'll see whether or not this attempt at the B site from Rooster will be fruitful. 2 low players in Chelios and, well, just Chelios, to be honest.
Yeah, Nedic half HP. See if that's going to play any dividends into this round, because the smoke there has to be disrespected. Hitting grenade into one of them, but it doesn't really matter with damyo hitting the shots that are required to find the 7th round on the board for B&K. Now just Chelios. If he takes the AWP into the next round, I mean, he'll still be able to buy himself one, but it's more importantly that there's enough money in the back pocket for TJP, who will require something, because he doesn't have any money.
I think, honestly, any damage Rooster did there would have been beneficial to them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, unfortunately, they didn't quite get it done. Like, if they would have taken any frag in that round, it would have put them in just a little pickle. Someone would have had to have gone without. They would have had to be shuffling grenades between players, and you just don't want to have to do that, even if it's the last round of the half. So, look, B&K started in a commanding position and have worked their way into, you know, potentially taking the a decent score into the halfway. But I mean,
8-4 or 7-5. Like,
yeah.
Either way you look at it right now, it's still kind of okay for B&K, regardless if they get the pistol or not. I mean, they want the pistol, don't get me wrong. They want to at least prove that, you know, they've got, you know, something in them for tonight. The 6-0 lead to start off, you would be thinking, yeah, we're going to win this map easy. What happened on Nuke? It was just a warm-up. It doesn't really matter about it. But I am glad that we did get to see Rooster start to find what they needed to on this T side, at least to get some numbers up on the board. If y'all are wondering why we're coming to us, there was a bit of a disconnect, so we'll sit pretty for just a little bit, and hopefully we get back into the game very quickly, because we got one more round, and then we'll have the break before the next half as well. So
yeah, not too much left in this half. We'll see how we go, but I think they're ready to get back underway now, as to have Danger rejoining. So I think if you're Rooster here, obviously you want that 7-5 scoreline, right? Like, after being down 6-0 in the early stages of the half, you could be very happy with that, right? Like 5 rounds out of nothing. Whereas like B&K, you kind of really felt the, you saw it in action. The loss bonus really starting to come back and hit the CT side. Demonstrated before. Attic, you are out on an island, son.
Yeah. Wow. Quick trades, though, from Hazler and PZ give the advantage back over to B&K. What space is really anyone on Rooster been able to find now? It's kind of nothing. Bomb, bottom mid doesn't really matter. At least you do have TJP up banana. But at this point in time, I don't really see a world in which B&K take any risks.
No, they don't need to now. They took all the risks earlier on with the aggression. So it was that pushed Addict. You know, as I said, he was on an island down mid, but what he did is created so much attention and space for the re-aggression out of the rest of Bad News Kangaroos that,
yeah,
you know, they came up net positive.
And just quietly, the silent achiever in this one as well. Hazard on 15 kills so far in this first half. Certainly has, you know, not shied away from contributing to these duels, these battles, and now he's looking for even more up on top of the balcony. He can't get a single one, but the trades are coming on out. It's just down to TJP. See if he can bring a 1 versus 2 forward. The plant might actually be respected because damyo isn't here.
Yeah, PZ util in.
Ooh.
Got to respect TJP for that. Now down to a 1v1.
Yeah, and damyo has been this B-sided player. So that should give you an idea of where he's coming from, but the time ticking away. Now there's 3 angles you essentially have to look towards, and would you expect him to creep through a smoke? It's always going to be a risky one. The kit's there, the flash as well, but he's just going to play it quietly. Catch TJP in the corner, and he's not looked the right way. So Rooster will indeed recover this half after the 6-0 down at 7-5. We'll see how this concludes after the break. And just like that, we are back to see how the remainder of the Oceanic Counter-Strike is going to end today locally, Jim, because I do believe we've got Oceanic team number 1 playing overseas as well later on.
The fun doesn't stop.
Exactly.
Like, Counter-Strike is not only eternal, it's nocturnal, and it's perpetual. It's never ending. You've got endless entertainment, but for right now, the entertainment is potentially in second mid, but no information comes through from the pushes from Rooster. There is a whole host of utility on the belt of PZ, so that will be the keys to unlocking the kingdom.
Yep. Quite silent though at the moment.
I was going to say, if they do go A, they've got 4 to contend with from Rooster. They haven't rotated whatsoever.
Yeah, there's a bit of utility from TJP and danger as well. Unfortunately for Rooster, the more brutal side of that is over at the B site. So we'll see if BNK are going to be able to get into A right now. Shots starting to come out. That's 2 heads that have been spotted out. And plates come through from Brace. It's going to be double swung maybe from Rooster. Things start off though with the CTs getting 3 quick kills. And now things will start to transition to the B site that I mentioned before for TJP. Good damage on the HE grenade, but he gets his head ripped off his shoulders. And that bomb will start to get to be planted for BNK.
Yeah. Now that bomb goes in. ASAP will be hearing that. Looking to try and isolate that duel on Addict. Doesn't find the timing. And so everybody from Roosters here. Utility's kind of out, but the kit is in play. So we'll see how they get going. The firing squad.
Everyone's trying. It's not working. And the defuse comes through as well. Always one of those risky scenarios where you plant it and then you go play where you technically can't see the bomb. Even made worse when you're at a player disadvantage. So I'll give BNK credit. They got the bomb plant down. They got a kill in the mix. It'll allow them to force up into this round. But that was the required round for Rooster to start their way back into this map.
Absolutely. Definitely the round that they needed. Couldn't compromise on that. I think the fact too that, like, yeah, both Brace and Addict in that round, like, they had a chance. Like, they did have a chance there. They just needed something. Oh, Brace is going to be just taking one for the team entirely.
I mean, I remember... yeah, that's right. I remember way back when that you'd do that to counter any big money from SMGs and stuff, but this was not the location to do that.
Yeah, look. They got the kill onto TJP. He's unawares, but I mean the net gain certainly isn't there. Okay, this could get interesting. ASAP's under a little bit of pressure. Chelios walks straight into the firing line.
Yeah, good heads up from damyo to turn back around, but now they line up for Netic. So when you think maybe there's an opportunity for BNK to get back into this one, it does get shut down. Now on to PZ. He's got a smoke which can cordon off CT, or maybe they just do that for him, completely blocking the vision. Though if you are Rooster, I think you're still okay just to give him the side at this moment and make sure that you play it as a 3 versus 1. Don't give PZ the opportunity for 3 1-on-1s. Or maybe even 1 1-on-1 and the 1v2 that eventually will come through Banana, because with 30 seconds to go, there's still a world in which PZ can get things done. Now Danger spotting him out, and PZ doesn't really even get an opportunity to try and figure this one out. So 7 apiece, we are tied. That was the force-up Jim from BNK, which means now things look a little bit worrisome.
Yeah, a little bit worrisome, that's for sure. A morning Brace there in that last round, right? Like he'd bought and just sitting at his feet, and he couldn't do anything about it. He didn't have a smoke. The Molotov was just whittling him away into nothingness.
Yep.
And literally ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
No, we got rid of that already.
Well, either way, he rests inside the flames, which could be, interpreted as Inferno, if you will.
True. Well, Addict has been bowled for 6, and that is even more gorgeous. It doesn't net a kill, but it does a significant amount of damage. Definitely want to see this MP9 for Chelios farm up a Storm, get some great cash behind it. Still going to look to swing into it. ASAP can wide swing himself as well. And they'll find one apiece. These pistols, at least finding a little bit of damage in this round from Brace. He gets one back after falling in the flames last round. He'll still carry on in this one too. There's a second. He doesn't have the bomb. That would have been cool if you could get that planted. But hey, damage done is damage done. Now the round is finished. Rooster claim the lead.
Yeah. A little expensive, though. I mean, having the P250s do damage like that. But we'll see if that becomes a factor later on. As B&K now are able to sit pretty. They've got themselves everything, you know, everything a T could want, could ask for. Let's just see how they play this early round. 3 straight down banana for Rooster. Looking to lock things out with that AWP.
Yeah, it's 4. In banana, leaving danger to the A site by himself. And the HE grenades again are going to do some great damage onto B&K. It'll make them think twice before trying to just run up the guts of banana. Again, when you combine those deeper smokes with some utility sets, you really do lock the T's in.
Yeah. It's a lot of damage dealt to Brace and Addict. Now they can just take their foot off the gas here, Rooster. Happy to sit deep, happy to see whether or not
yeah,
they're going to walk into pillars.
The amount of control that Rooster have got now as well. All the banana. They've got the AWP posted up A where they need to. They've got the double crossfire over at pit. One in the mini pit, one in the main pit. You should have a really good idea of how you want to try and close this round as Rooster. But if you're going to allow B&K in, you have to be ready for these shots. Now starting to miss for Rooster as well. Brace is in through the back of the smoke. He's got 3. Addict found 1 as well. This is a swift round to come through from B&K. And as fast as it starts, as fast as it ends, from first kill to last, we'll be tied up yet again.
Yeah, that's a great round out of B&K. They were given a lot of room, given a lot of space. They took early damage for it. They had Rooster with a sense of false security with banana control. Because at A, they were playing very, very defensively. They were allowed to take a lot of territory, B&K, and territory they took.
Yeah, the corner of the smoke, like for Brace there, huge.
I mean, he smoked it. He, you know, was trying to put pressure on the archway and just walked straight through it, that wall of smoke that he put up himself. And in the end, as well, there was actually a run of HE grenades there that did a lot of damage to the players in pit. Rooster had 2 players posted up in pit, and they were forced into these awkward positions. And the pressure was applied with those grenades. Brace walks out into the library, and I'll happily say that Rooster was silenced.
Yeah. Well, at least they got enough money for another buyer to come into this round. An AWP from Chell is going to be quick to look down towards mid, but with no smoke at banana, actually. B&K are just getting their runners on, and unfortunately for Addict, he's fallen over and face planted.
Yeah. Unfortunately, needed some pumped up kicks. Couldn't quite outrun that one. Now, back to the default territory taking from B&K. They're going to be given control of carpets. It's quite a handy position to have, particularly on the, you know, if you're going back towards that B for aggression. Particularly now that Rooster have also lost the player. They have a gap to fill somewhere. So they are quite prone to being played with on the rotations.
Yeah, it's the AWP gap that's gone as well, right? Although it does get picked up by ASAP. He's not as proficient as Chelios is. We'll see what damage he can deliver, though. Less than 50 seconds to go. Okay, to try and get this plant down, and yeah, the AWP doesn't get an opportunity.
No.
And they're in. Where are they? Danger. 1 for 2. Brace to try and spill the deal, and okay, he's actually managed to do it.
I thought he was done and dusted.
I thought so too.
Yeah, Rooster were playing around those smokes quite nicely. They were getting seemingly shot in the back, but Brace just whipped out the captain's knock.
Actually has a pretty big effect right now as well, because it's going to put Rooster into an eco around here. Should give B&K double digits, and then, you know, in the next round, if that gets converted by B&K, that might actually be a good look at the remainder of the map.
Mm.
Because CT side, I mean, a little bit more expensive to get your utility sets and all your weaponry out. Especially if Chelios wants another AWP. That investment, they're going to have to convert it and maximize its potential, because it's fell a little bit sideways lately.
Yeah. Definitely going to be a costly exercise to do so. Now for Rooster, they are going to stack numbers towards that B side. I mean, this is just sort of run-of-the-mill play, really, at this point. You've got just between three players, almost a full set of util. Almost. But, like, B&K should just try and run in over the top here. I've seen this approach to their anti-ecos before. It's just strength in numbers.
Yeah. No 5 stack of players for Rooster like we saw from B&K on the B site earlier on. It was the 4 stack, so it's the same kind of idea, but it's not going to really be the same type of execution. That is sacrilege that the Flames are not spreading onto them.
Oh,
that's not real Counter-Strike. There we go. There's the Flames.
Yeah, the last gasp of the Flame takes danger.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of damage done by the Pistols on this instance, and ASAP is going to have the smoke work in his favour, but he couldn't capitalise. He was focused on the bomb. So B&K, they're in the box seat now, I would say.
Yeah, but here's the problem that I was talking about and alluding to earlier, right? If you're going into this round and you want to get a big purchase out for Rooster, you can't invest everything into it. You have to go for a half buy. And that's kind of what they're doing. Submachine guns and a pistol for the majority of their force. Chelios, he had 4750. He's gone in for the AWP. He'll see if he can work some magic. If not, he'll probably request the teammate to give him one in the next round.
Yeah,
and,
that's true.
Unfortunately, more often than not, it's been Danger who has been the money bank there. So we'll see if it happens.
Yeah, he's the financial support.
Yeah, this is a really big crucial round for Rooster to try and keep things close in this map, because if it doesn't go their way, one more opportunity essentially with a decent buy.
Well, posted up on mid too from Diggity, so this could be quite an awkward encounter actually.
Yeah.
Rooster take contact here, and Chelios doesn't hit that shot. It could be duress. PZ, they have no idea he's there.
Nah. And why would you at this point in time? You've seen a push out boiler. No eyes on the prize. PZ good on towards Chelios. The AWP is down, and it's not even recoverable whatsoever. Shoulder and shadow rather disadvantage for Danger. So things are just coming up real nice for B&K. Even the flank line is being held by Addict. A great spray.
Beautiful.
And now it's all onto Nedic. I mean, doesn't really matter if you save this MP9 in the next round. I don't think it's more important for the Kevlar and the utility set, because we know that in the next round it's going to be the buy from Rooster. If Danger is the one to give Chelios the AWP, well, then he can receive an MP9 for himself. Yeah. UMP, rather.
I was going to say, they've really reversed the map 1 situation, haven't they? They were really lacking in the frag department, and it was down to only 2 individuals who were just up to par. Oh, that is sacrilege that it doesn't take him with right on the pews as well.
You're in the right spot for the prayers, Jim. You were technically kept alive there, but didn't work out. Looking at the financial
Hail
situation.
Mary to fail Mary.
No AWP, actually, for Rooster. I would have been convinced, if Chelios buys the AWP in the last round, you would expect someone to give him an AWP for this round as well, because you know how impactful he can be. But we haven't seen the impact come through on this map so far from it.
Honestly, it's one of those maps too that traditionally you struggle to make an impact on the T side with an AWP.
Yeah.
But I feel as though there's been so many times PZ's been able to work himself into positions where he's been able to pick up an easy frag. It's, again, just because they're unaware of where he's actually positioned. T-side AWPers often make their presence known very early on.
Yeah.
He's been getting away under the guise of silence, and it's really become a thorn in the side of Rooster. They haven't been able to predict where he's been popping up. They've been giving him, to be fair, actually a lot of space. They've been giving a lot of space to B&K because put a lot of emphasis on this banana control. So they play a lax A with banana control, hopefully giving them a lot of the info, but B&K have been quite comfortable to play quite defensive and retake these areas early, or sorry, towards the late round.
And I like this as well. I like this from B&K right now. Not a lot of utility down banana. They'll see a deeper smoke at a flash combo, or molly combination rather. They can wait that and go for a full execute at B. We haven't really seen full executes on this map so far. Been very rare. A spot out though. You want some assistance if you are Rooster, because you would have thought that might be go time from B&K.
Man. They're just trying to bait out so much util.
Yeah. Here's the execute though.
Yeah, these B players haven't got a lot to deal with the exec, so baiting out a utility has worked, and let's just see if the site hit will too.
Yeah, well, flashes would be very welcome right now for B&K to get into the site because Nedic is making mince of them. There's a third in the piece looking for more. It's a bit overextended through the smoke. Brace finds TJP. So a player advantage for Rooster as the bomb starts to go down. It'll give a little bit of breathing room for B&K as the smoke fades and Molly's in. Actually misses his mark if it was intended for Brace's location. The AWP, remember, from PZ, stuck itself into dark, so it's not going to be spotting out too much until Chelios peeks out from banana. Half ticked on the plant. The flash got ASAP as well, allowing Brace to get that frag. Now the 2 versus 2. It's a great sidestep, actually. And in the mix, a HE grenade lobbed in from danger. So the T's fall, Jim. The retake is successful, and Rooster hold on.
They do, and I thought they'd made a crucial error in that retake. I thought ASAP definitely stepped way too early on in the piece. It was going to be a high flash. It had to be. They had to get maximum value out of the one piece of retake utility that they did have. So ASAP, a little bit impatient there. I thought he'd maybe cost them that round, but you could see how fearful Danger was with that missed molly of being caught by that AWP of PZ. They had no smoke for cover to get in position to throw any of that retake utility. They had to respect it. And, well, Rooster, they've got themselves a buy here. They've got decent amounts of util. B&K, they're just going to be happy to run this again. And probably again after this round as well. If they secure a bomb plant, they'll continue to have flush utility.
Again, exchange of whipping bullets over towards banana, though, as the CT smoke will keep them at bay. Apart from that, no space to be gained for Rooster. No one pushing up apartments, no crossfires at the top of brackets. Chelios looking between apartments and jungle side. Decisions to be made mid-round from B&K, or more seriously on the side of Rooster. As Nedic is already rotating towards the A side of things, it would be a very, big gamble stack to put 4 players over here when your money's looking dire, and you'd be giving over the map point if you drop this round. It looks like, Jim, they are kind of in the right at the moment. The 4 versus 4 around the site, and Chelios started off.
Kicks off proceedings, but it's now the race around the world, isn't it? TJP is the most wanted man for B&K in this off angle. Oh, it's played well, but it doesn't net. Brace is slippery.
Brace found 2 over at the A site before the rotations could even happen, before anyone could attempt to get to TJP to save him. He's found 2 and stopped the retake from happening. This is map point for B&K, and I guess, a silver lining for Rooster is they can take 2 weapons into the next round because their money situation is not good.
No. It's not good. Far from great. And let's just see whether or not they're able to recover in the next round, BK just believing in the strategy, right? Like they have recognized that the A site, they've been playing quite deep. Braces walked through a smoke at library before.
Yeah.
Why not try and split the atom?
It would be very powerful.
It would be.
It would be very powerful indeed.
Can clear a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, we got to clear our minds at the moment with the timeout that Rooster are providing us. An AWP back in possession for Chelios.
And this is not like, I'm sorry, Rooster taking a tactical timeout. What has happened?
They want to get it into overtime.
What, like, I'm sorry.
I'm just thinking
like,
as well.
It says 2 out of 3, right? Like, they've used it before. I missed the first instance, but I'm sorry, Rooster taking a tactical timeout? That's never happened.
It's 3 points for a victory, I think, right? In Pro League here, the Challenger League. So if BNK get it, they're on 24. Rooster stay 27. If Rooster win this, Jim, they actually overtake FlyQuest in round stuff. Although they technically lost to FlyQuest, so
they've just played more games. Like FlyQuest have got games in hand.
True, FlyQuest have the expected forfeit win. But we got a map, we got a game, we got a round on our hands here still. And for some reason, ASAP didn't realize that they'd already pushed a smoke and just popped out. And this is looking to be the end of it. 2 good kills to come through from B and K. A bomb plant yet to go on down, with Hazza finding Chelios, though. It starts to bring the curtains down.
It's starting to come to a close, I would say.
Nice.
Hazza gets picked up by TJP. That's Info. PZ. This is going to make it incredibly difficult.
Yep, and there it is. Damyo to finish it up, 13-9, the ending scoreline. And I'm happy with the fact, you know, a lot of these times we get these two best of ones, they go to one team. So it's always fun when you get it going to each other team, because in a bigger 3 scenario, we would get that final map, and, you know, if they're close maps, you would get a really interesting one. But for right now, it's 1-1. That's the end of the Oceanic Counter-Strikes for here tonight. But I think we got a glimpse of maybe what we were...